Hi everyone, welcome back to the sports breakdown. We are going to do a post-match analysis. What a convincing win by England today, beating Australia by 8 wickets and getting Australia all out for only 124, which was outstanding bowling by Chris Jordan, Liam Livingstone, and Chris Wokes, especially in the power play, getting Australia down for 4 wickets for 41 in the power play. Tremendous. And then Josh Butler with the bat. Here's the link for the sports, for the link for anyone to join. Brilliant stuff from England, by the way, beating Australia by 8 wickets very convincingly. Josh Butler plays a 75 not out knock and ensures that England win the match by 8 wickets. So brilliant stuff from England. Let's go through that match first of all, because I'll update also who's going to be man of the match. I think it's definitely Josh Butler for me. So let's just go through that match right now. England versus Australia. Before going to Sri Lanka versus South Africa. So right now, here's the thing. News here. What a victory from England today, and Josh Butler scoring 71. They just thump Australia by 8 wickets. Just outstanding. Batting from Josh Butler, 71 of 32, 221.87 strike rate, playing those slug sweep shots, outstanding, just troubling Zampa also. Zampa, meanwhile, last match, 2 for 12, only in 4 overs, 2 for 12. This match, in 3 overs, 1 for 37 only. That's the big difference. And same pitch, meanwhile, in Dubai, the comparison for Zampa, and also just outstanding batting and smart thinking from Morgan in the first innings, bowling the important bowlers in the crucial moments, and that helped England to restrict Australia for only 124. So great work from Morgan, by the way. Let's go through the post-match analysis of Australia versus England. See this. I think Australia were 21 for 4. That's how good Chris Jordan was in the power play. Chris Jordan and Chris Wokes, both of them. Anyone here? Here's the link. Anyone can join. But just see here. I cover my face here for the moment. See here, 21 for 4. Outstanding work from from Chris Wokes and Chris Jordan. The bowling. Accurate Yorkers, and especially those slow balls, especially on a sluggish pitch over here in Dubai, when the humidity is high, and especially with the dew also getting definitely affecting the team. Secondly, good thinking from Morgan, good fielding placements, and restricting um, Australia to just only 124, and that's how good they were today. England, and the way they got worn out was the first wicket. The seam movement that Chris Wokes and Chris Jordan got, just outstanding. 21 for 4 only, I think, in 6.1 overs. That was the power play. And then after 10 overs, England were for 41 for the loss of 4 wickets. So that's sorry, Australia were 41 for 4 wickets. So that's how good England was. And then also dismissing, but a good partnership over there from Aaron Finch and Matthew Wade, obviously. Aaron Finch and Aston Ega, the number 8, the replacement today for Middlemarsh, ensuring that Australia somehow get to a manageable total 125 all out, which is a big shock in this match, especially in Dubai, to get dismissed for that much total, and especially England in the power play so far. I think against Bangladesh, Bangladesh were 21 for 3, 19 for or 21 for 3. Australia were 19 for 3, and I think their first match, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yes, against West Indies, 55 all out. They also were 4 wickets down in the power play. So that's how good England has been throughout in this power play. So let's move back to the match. Yeah. Um, as you can see, England beat Australia by 8 wickets, obviously. Um, and Chris Jordan has been announced the man of the match, 3 for 17. So that is the latest update over here. Chris Jordan has been announced the man of the match. Yeah. Let's go. Let's just put that as a banner as the man of the match. Anyone, please join, guys, because we are going to discuss both the matches, obviously. This is the news here. Chris Jordan has been adjusted as the man of the match for this game, because brilliant stuff, especially from Chris Jordan, the impact. Let's go through the statistics, because that will help everyone to understand how Chris Jordan was today. See here, Chris Jordan 3 for 17, 4.25 economy. See the lengths that he bowled, all variations. Yorker full length, good length, short of good length, short length, all were bowled. One wicket of Yorker, one wicket of full length, one wicket of good length, short of good length. That is how important, I mean, Chris Jordan was as a death bowler. I told everyone Chris Jordan is the bowler to watch out for. And didn't he deliver? He just delivered in this match. So yeah, a brilliant win from this England today. They've just been outstanding. And yeah, also, please, anyone who wants to join right now, please join. So yes, and Chris Wokes, meanwhile, 2 for 23. These two in the power play were just superb. And I think England are going to definitely trouble Sri Lanka also, because they've been really good in all three of the in the power play so far, in all three matches, against Bangladesh, against Australia, and against West Indies. All three matches, bowling first, they've been so effective in the power play. And this is the result that it shows already. Both Chris Jordan and Chris Wokes, the duo, being superb for Australia right now. So sorry, for England. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah. Moving forward, yeah, partnerships. Nothing going on between Australia. I mean, David Warner, Finch getting dismissed early. Finch and Wade, 30 of 33. This is a crucial partnership. Finch and Astanega, 47 of 36, ensuring that Australia get to 124. That was the target. Yeah. Dipanshu says, yes, South Africa go to number 2 at points table. Yeah, we'll go through the points table. Dipanshu, please join if you can. Yeah. So, yes, I'll update on my table right now. Dipanshu, please, if you want, please join. Yeah, and we want your analysis also. So please join if you're watching right now. Yeah. So that Chris Jordan was announced the man of the match, as you can see over here, and Josh Butler. I think he made a big impact for England as well. 71 not out in the second innings. He was simply outstanding. The shots that he played um, were just brilliant. And yeah, as you can see here, let's go through Josh Butler as well. See, 91% control, most productive shot, slug shot. Didn't I say that? And most of these shots were on the offside. Not that much on the leg side, but most on straight drive and on the offside. 5 4s, 5 6s, 71 of 32. Perfect opener. Josh Butler has been the perfect opener so far for England, and making a big impact for England. And Aaron Finch, meanwhile, 44 49, very slow compared to Josh Butler. Aaron Finch is going below 100 strike rate as well, and that's not useful in a 2020 match. So that's what I'm saying. He going 44 or 49 only, so that's not effective. And 91% control, simply outstanding from Josh Butler. And even ESPN Cricket Info I have said that Josh Butler has been just named the ESPN Cricket Info MVP. See the Australia leaving the Mittelmarsh out. That's a big blow. I'm telling right now. Why did Australia make that move? Because now we see the result of when you leave Mittelmarsh out. Steve Smith comes at number 3 out for 1. Glenn Maxwell, the middle order woes right now for Australia. Big concern if they can't. I mean, if everyone's struggling against England, I think England are definitely going to go through to the final. And this same thing happened against Sri Lanka as well. Lucky Warner was playing good for that last match. Middle order was for Australia right now, because this is not good, especially from Maxwell, Stoinis, Smith. These three have been playing in the IPL. Even Warner did play well for the last match, but these three playing in the IPL, and getting dismissed for single digit scores. And meanwhile, Matthew Wade, Aston Aga, these players haven't even played in the IPL, and these players are doing better than the players who are doing who played for the IPL. That's a big concern for Australia right now. Venuja here says, so sad Sri Lanka could have second on that table had it not been for that unlucky over. Yeah, Venuja will discuss on that very soon on that match as well. But anyone who's interested, please join live. I've sent the link over here. Here's the link for the stream yard. Anyone who wants to join, please join. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, but the way Thymal Mills also was the most expensive here, 2 for 45. I think if not for him, if somebody else played instead of Thymal Mills, if a Mark would, I think England would have scored less than 100 even right now, Australia. See this bowling: Adil Rashid 1 for 19, Chris Wokes 2 for 23, Chris Jordan 3 for 17. Let's see how Chris Jordan bowled, because see, pulling from well off, outside off. Finch also getting a stunning catch. I think Chris Jordan is a potential death bowler. He's been impressing everyone. I'm impressed by Chris Jordan's form. Also, this is really good for England right now. Also for the looking ahead of the semi-finals and finals now of the 2020 World Cup. This is very crucial right now, and good work from England. English bowlers have done tremendous right now, and very good to very happy to see England doing very well right now in the 2020 World Cup. Yeah, please, anyone who wants to join live, the link has been sent. Yeah, so yes, getting a Yorker to Cummins and getting him out, and then Finch missing the Yorker also for that, but still getting a wicket. Chris Jordan has been brilliant. Chris Wokes, he usually bowls in the I mean, he doesn't play that much 2020 matches, but he was selected in the 2020 World Cup with his impressive performances against Sri Lanka. And Chris Wokes doing a great job for England, and we should commend these English bowlers because they have simply been outstanding in this 2020 World Cup so far. Because getting West Indies all out for 55, getting Bangladesh only to 124 for the loss of 9 wickets, then getting Australia all out for 124. These English bowlers have just been on fire. These five have had great chemistry, and the link up between all these five bowlers making a make I mean, contributing a lot. Even Livingston is the most economical bowler. 3.75, 1 for 15, 4 was very important over, and getting Matthew Wade out also. They have done an outstanding job. And the amount of dot balls, see, if we count out about 57 dot balls from Australia today, 57. I think in that match against Sri Lanka, the 50 dot balls also counted that match. This match, 57 dot balls from Australia during that 20 over um, contest. It's just outstanding from the English bowlers, and they're simply on fire. That's it, I can say over here. Comment over here. Asghar Afghan has announced his retirement and to play his final international match tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Also, we have Nitish here. Yeah.
Hi
Yeah.
Pawan, how are you?
After a long time. Yeah. Nitish, how are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I was busy something for my work. That's why.
No problem. No problem. Yeah. But outstanding, no,
I'm
from
very
the English bowlers.
disappointed. Forget about this game, England versus Australia. I'm very
Yeah,
disappointed
we'll
about.
talk about Sri Lanka versus South Africa next. We'll just focus on the England versus Australia because that game just ended right now. So we'll focus on that
Hmm.
before going to Sri Lanka versus Australia. But how good have these
Okay.
English bowlers been in the UAE conditions? Getting West Indies all out for 55, getting Australia all out for 125, restricting Bangladesh only to 124 for the loss of 9 wickets. These five bowlers, how impressive have they been in the 2020 World Cup so far?
Pawan, if you ask me about the T20 performance of England, it's been very good since 2015, whether 50 over format or T20 format. But T20 formats, it's all about momentum. England and Pakistan both have momentum. Pakistan has beaten India, a very good team, and they carried the momentum forward. Same
Yeah.
way England are doing, but the real test for both England and Pakistan will be in the semi-final. That's for sure.
Hmm, very true. And in Australia, the middle order was Nitish. See, Maxwell, Smith, Stoinis, they have played IPL and they are getting dismissed for single digit scores. See, Finch hasn't played a single IPL match, or even a Matthew Wade, Aston Agar, they are scoring more runs than the Smith and Maxwell right now. So, how concerned is this being Australian? I mean,
See,
yeah,
Australia was only deserving candidate for the semi-finals when they have won the last game comprehensively. But
yeah,
apart from that, Australia is not that such a type of team that can able to have their spot in the semi-final, because if you look at this team, this is proper 50 over format team, proper,
hmm,
not a T20 format team. So
yeah.
I haven't considered Australia for the semi-final spot. I have always considered either South Africa or Sri
Yeah,
Lanka,
same.
but Sri Lanka has has disappointed me.
Yeah, we'll talk about Sri Lanka versus South Africa in a second for sure. Nitish, for now, Dipansu over here. How impressive have England been, Dipansu? I mean, especially getting these batsmen all out, fielding first and getting Australia out in a very crucial match, all out for 125 of 20 overs. And especially Jordan and Chris, Vokes, both of them, even, yeah, both of them being economical, even Liam Livingston being contributing for England as well. So thoughts on the English bowling attack, Dipansu?
Yeah, Pawan, firstly, I would give credit to the N. Morgan captaincy.
Yeah.
Firstly, he bowled Adi Rashid in the first over. Then
Mm.
Chris Wokes. Then he got to know there is a swing, there is a swing some in the pitch.
Yeah.
So Chris Wokes and Chris Jordan bowled brilliant in the power play. They almost destroy the Australia innings in the power play. We must give credit to the England bowler, how they bowl to particular line and length, touch line and length. Steve Smith, Maxwell, all were struggling.
Yeah. And yeah, we spoke about the English bowlers right now, but talking about Josh Butler's innings, Nitish, 71 of 42. How good was Butler in the second innings, especially with the bat and especially opening and getting that sort of a performance from Butler? How, I mean, he didn't even play for the second leg of the IPL and performing so well for England right now. In the 2020 World Cup. Thoughts on Butler's innings?
See, these England players have developed a different skill since 2015. After they have after they were, I think, knocked out from the quarter final from Bangladesh, I think they have developed a different mindset, different strategy, and
Mm.
on and off the field they have worked so hard for this situation. I think this is not the work for only 2 or 3 months or 6 months. This is the hard work on and off the field for the 6 years. Thirdly, I think Owen Morgan and his team has done well. This is, see, these kind of things we are seeing now, but this already started from 2015. Butler today, he has played the knock. There was no stress, no pressure for runs, and he gone there and play very freely.
Yeah. Dipanshu, thoughts on Josh Butler's innings because very crucial, especially when Australia were, I think definitely Duke could have played a factor towards these Australian bowlers once again. But thoughts on Butler's knock today because I mean, after a long time we are seeing him back to form. In the previous match, it was Jason Roy who brought England home. This time, Josh Butler. So very good signs right now from England, especially with a 91% control and most of his productive shot has been slug shot and connecting the bat really well. So thoughts on that, Dipanshu?
Yeah, Pawan, I think this was Josh Butler best inning in the T20. It
Yeah.
was extraordinary inning from the Josh Butler. I haven't seen any inning of Josh Butler hitting that
Mm.
the sixes on the wheel. The
Yeah.
jumper was tossing the ball, but he was coming. out of the crease and hitting the six. He almost demolished the Stark, Mitchell Stark. He was playing like a club,
Hmm.
like a club bowler. So extraordinary inning by the Josh Butler.
Hmm. Yeah, very well said over there from Dipans over there. But Australia bowling. I mean, last match Mitchell Stark was outstanding, but today going for 12 runs and Adam
No,
Zampa.
no, Pawan, let me tell you one thing. One thing I want to
Yes,
tell you.
yes, for
This
sure, sure.
defeat of Australia suddenly opens this group now.
Hmm.
Suddenly, this defeat of Australia suddenly
Yeah,
opens the group because
very true.
it's not easy for other teams also. Because
Hmm.
anyone can still go through the semi-final. If somehow Sri Lanka manage to win two games, they have to win because
Yeah,
there is no
yeah,
option
yeah, for
otherwise.
sure. Yeah, if they lose
Now,
one
if
against England, yes,
yeah,
yeah, they have no
because
chance. Yeah.
see England has to play two games in Sharjah. Remember that Sharjah is not easy to
Hmm.
get all these type of run. The way Butler is playing, he cannot play such type of shots in Sharjah. He will get out. So this group is suddenly opens up. If Australia would have won that game, I would have said that England and Australia will go through the semi-final. But
Yeah.
now Australia losing this way, I think South Africa has a big chance. Sri Lanka more or less out, but still there is a hope for Sri Lanka. You
Yeah,
fans.
I definitely predicted England and South Africa at at the start. That's why I know about South Africa team, very unpredictable team right now. If
No, no. See,
Australia is
if
struggling right now.
South Africa team is not a strong team. You can accept that
Yeah,
because
yeah, I accept that. Yeah,
South Africa. If South Africa manage to beat England, no, they will definitely qualify. But I
mm.
don't think they will able to win against a strong England side in Sharjah.
Yeah, but you never know. A 2020 match it can change. Any day
See,
England
or
can go out,
see,
right?
and
Yeah.
you cannot discount West Indies side. See,
Yes,
creeping up.
I agree.
They also have a little bit of hope. Little bit. I'm not
Yes,
saying much, but little bit of hope.
but
So
I
this
want to talk.
group is
Yeah,
widely open. I'm
yeah.
waiting for
Nitish,
tomorrow.
yes. Nitish, talking about Adam Zampa and Mitchell Stark, two best performers for Australia today, going expensive at 12 per over economy at the same ground. Adam Zampa 2 for 12 in the last match against Sri Lanka. This match against England 1 for 37, and Josh Butler targeted both Zampa and Stark, and they went too expensive. So yeah,
See, Pawan, we have been discussing these things for the last 5 or 6 months. That these Sri Lankan players don't use their brains. Zampa is not a very tough bowler to face. Look at the figure
Australian
of
bowler.
today's.
Nitish,
yeah,
not the
No,
Sri Lankan,
no,
not,
no,
not the Sri Lankan bowler.
Dipanshu.
You said the Sri
What?
Lankan bowler, Australian bowler there.
what's going
Yes,
on?
I'm talking about Zampa. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm just comparing with Zampa bowling today and the yesterday bowling, day
Yeah,
before yesterday
absolutely.
bowling. Zampa and Samsi, see, both are mediocre bowler. No doubt, ICC ranking shows that Samsi is number one bowler. But is the ball was gripping? Is the ball was turning a square today? Samsi bowling? No, it didn't. But
Yeah, brains. I
what?
don't know what Vinup is saying here. Brains. I think
Yeah,
he's referring to England.
Sri
Yeah,
Lankan batsmen don't apply their brains. He's saying, but England batsmen, see, England batsmen, they just put pressure on Jampa straight away. Especially, see, these all about skills, caliber, guts, what you
yeah.
are up to. If you want to win the World Cup, these things will have to be they're done by your batsmen. Otherwise, you can't win such big events.
But well done from England today. Brilliant, convincing win. They just trashed Australia today in just 11.4 overs, reaching that 126 for 2. Before talking about Sri Lanka versus South Africa, I want to bring a positive point. I want to bring a positive point. Before that, Dipanshu, do you have anything to say?
No, no. I think
Okay.
I want just to say I think, however, South Africa will manage to qualify for the semis.
Yeah.
I think.
I just want to show this from Hasaranga today score bowling a hat trick. I mean, he was in vain. His performance today, Nitish. Sorry guys. Yeah,
Yes, so forget about Hasaranga. We know Hasaranga is a very class bowler, and he
yeah,
is one of the signing star of. He is already a signing star of Sri Lankan cricket. But what about Mahesh Tikshana?
yeah,
Sanka said that he has more variations. He has got more the thing, and where all those things. He has shown nothing. He looks as such a below average bowler, Mahesh Tikshana. I think next game you have to change a spinner. You need to bring back a spinner who can support Hasaranga, because if Mahesh Tikshana would have bowled well today, Sri Lanka would not have lost that game.
yeah.
I think
Nitish, I just
Mahesh
want to
Tikshana
show.
hasn't bowled well on a.
Yeah, I just want to show Hasaranga's spell because that is very crucial at that time for Sri Lanka, even though they lost the match. I just want to show this Hasaranga's performance. The way he bowled and got marked from outstanding catch there from Pathum Nisanka, another standout. Second wicket over there, and I think Bahuma reckless shot there to get yeah, Hasaranga out. Yeah, I mean yes that and
I have seen the Sri Lankan bowling innings.
yeah.
Stop this one. I think this is
Yeah,
disturbing.
and then getting a hat trick that was
I have
outstanding
seen.
from
Don't
Wanindu
worry about
Hasaranga.
that.
Yeah,
Bhavan, next,
yeah. I just wanted to show to the viewers over here. That's what Nitish
Bhavan,
and
next
yeah,
Sri Lankan,
yeah.
next Sri
Anyway,
Lankan match which against team? Sri Lanka next match against which team?
against England on Monday. Yeah, we'll speak about that. Let's go through the scorecard right now, and then Nitish can express his opinions on this. I mean, first of all, Lahiru Kumara bowling in the last over. Nitish, I think I also don't agree. I told on my live stream not to
No,
bowl
no, no,
Lahiru
no,
Kumara in
no,
the last
no.
over.
You cannot blame others. You cannot blame others. Lahiru Kumara is no more a young bowler. He is there in the setup for last 4 years, and recently he is bowling well. If he can't win these type of games, I don't know how can he defend even if 20 runs. I think the way he bowled that over, he could have not defended that 20 run also, because he is just bowling in the slots
Mhm.
of David Miller. He hasn't tried the slower deliveries.
Yeah. Well, let's
Lahiru
talk about
Kumara.
Pathum.
I think
Yeah,
when I saw that Lahiru Kumara is bowling, I knew Sri Lanka is not going to win the game. If it
yeah, but
was Chamika Karunaratne or Sanka himself, why not Sanka bowl that over?
mm, true.
15 runs
Aryan,
is lot on this type of deck.
yeah. Aryan thoughts on Pathum Nisank. I mean, he's the only lone warrior. We also spoke about this today. Pathum Nisank only managing to bring even the majority of Sri Lanka runs, and this is a big concern for Sri Lanka right now. And we also spoke about Avishka Fernando's form right
Mhm.
now. Wanindu Hasaranga brought at number 6, especially the middle order both for Sri Lanka right now. So thoughts
Mhm.
on this batting
Uh,
from Sri Lanka today?
I think, first of all, huge praise to Pathum Nisanka because he's very young in the T20 career, and to get a situation like this, it's always difficult to see batsmen falling around you. Sometimes that can play with your mind, and you can play a huge shot in pressure and get out. But he didn't do that. He took his innings deep, made sure that there was someone was there at least to give hope to the dressing room to Sri Lanka and push them to some sort of a total, and which I feel on a Sharjah pitch is a decent one, like 142 around that 140
Yeah,
142.
yeah,
Good, but Sri Lankan middle order needs to do something. And the game changing moment is Charita Salanka gifting his wicket to South Africa. The Christmas is a month away, but South Africa got gifts very early.
mhm,
There was always a two in that run, but I think Asalanka was unaware and
mhm.
well, good throw by Rabada. And from that, the momentum completely shifted towards South Africa in the first innings. Yeah.
And Aryan also, I want to speak about the Sri Lanka's recent woes with spin and especially with Shamsi. Shamsi was nowhere, I think, in that Sri Lankan series, I think, in Sri Lanka, but in Dubai, in the 2020 World Cup, he makes a big impact. picking up 3 wickets, and he was simply outstanding. And Sri Lanka's recent struggles against spin continue. So thoughts on this as well with Shamsi being the bowlers for South Africa.
But see, Sri Lankan batsmen play this kind of bowling in and out in Sri Lanka, and it's a shame to get them getting out to spinners. They should be well equipped with this type of bowling. And nothing to take away from Shamsi, he's the number one T20 bowler.
Yeah.
Caught and bowled, two dismissals, playing early at the
Mm.
ball. Those were normal flighted deliveries. Could have easily been knocked for singles, but I think error in judgment of line from the both the batsmen and who got out. Like, yeah, two caught and
Rajapaksa,
bowled,
Avishka, and Hasaranga. I
and
think two were caught,
Hasaranga, I think
caught of
he
Shamsi,
hmm,
as you said. Yeah,
and Hasaranga, well, I think he thought he could clear Makram, but again, the googly got him again there from Shamsi. So excellent
yeah.
from Shamsi, and don't forget Pretorius. He
Pretorius,
bowled
yes, that's what I was
exceptionally
just
well.
going to remind about you also about Pretorius's over,
Hmm.
especially in that 18th over, getting two crucial wickets, getting Nisanko's out of a slow delivery, getting him Nisanka out, trying to attempt a six, and unfortunately got out. That 18th over, especially,
Hmm.
made Sri Lanka to not reach that 150 target also. So, yeah, Aryan, yeah, thoughts on Pretorius's bowling, because recently I think he was not. Brought in as a death bowler, death
Hmm.
specialist, but now he's bowling in as a death bowler specialist for South Africa. So thoughts on Pretorius as well, Aryan? Yeah,
See the strength of Dwayne Pretorius. What I've seen him is his cutters. He's a tall lad, so he's bound to get some sort of extra bounce. And what he does is he bowls wide of the off stick, uses the angle of the crease really well, going wide of the crease, and his role is very clear. So I'm not comparing, but he's some sort of a Harshal Patel for South Africa, because he bowls the same change of pace in the depth, which is very hard to hit in these conditions. So he's
yeah,
playing the role that Harshal Patel played for RCB for South Africa. So,
yeah.
credits to him. Consistent performances, bowled well versus the West Indies, and
Hmm.
now with the Dwayne Pretorius.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this game. Yeah.
Nitish, thoughts on Pretorius, because I mean those two wickets in that 18th over. I mean Nisanka, if he was, I mean if he got the six, especially he was very unfortunate that shot. Couldn't muscle it over the deep mid, because I saw the shot as well. Just missed their chances of getting a 150 and potentially lost the game for Sri Lanka. So that
No,
over,
no,
I
no. I want to tell you a straightforward thing. Did
okay.
Pretorius bowl well, or did Sri Lankan batsmen give their wicket away? Tell me one thing.
I
If
mean the 18th over they
Pretorius
did.
will
Yeah,
no,
I said yeah.
if the same bowler will bowl well against England, Australia, even New Zealand, India, and Pakistan, Pretorius will be hammered by the batsmen at the same bowling type of bowling. Just Sri Lankan batsmen don't play well these type of deliveries and spin bowling. See these
Spin
type of
has
things
been a
happening
big
from
concern for Sri
see in
Lanka.
2019 also.
I think spin has.
See these type of things happened in 2019 also, where opening partnership of Sri Lanka flourished, but the middle order, your experience middle order collapsed. Remember 2019 World Cup in
Yeah, yeah,
so
I
many
remember. Yeah,
games.
I remember. I remember. Yes, yes, I know that game against South Africa.
See,
That
see,
39
see
was
the
the win. Yeah,
repetition. See the disappointment for me is the repetition of the fault they are making. The same thing happening again and again for the past 6 years, and they are not eager to learn. See, in the Australian games, the middle order collapse. The same thing happened here also in Sharjah.
and Dipanshu, I want to
I
talk
don't
about
know why
Noike.
these kind of things happening here.
Dipanshu, I want to talk about Noike as well, being very effective for Delhi Capitals also in the IPL this time, and Rabada being very expensive for once
Pawan,
today. Yeah,
some breaking news just arrived 1 hour ago regarding the IPL. Sorry to
yeah,
stop
sure.
you there, but IPL 2022 auction purse swells to 90 crore. We know that. The retention window for 8 old franchises is November 1 to 30. So the most likely date we get to know the retention is 1 December for the old teams, and for the new teams December 1st to December 25th. So these are the retention windows that
Yeah, we'll just put
BCCI has
in the
announced.
national for now.
Yeah.
So retention for the 8 teams is from the window is from November 1st to November 30th, right? Yeah, and
Yeah.
for the new teams from December 1st to December 29th, right? Yeah,
25th. 25th.
25th. Okay.
Yeah, till Christmas. Huh?
Yeah. So we just put the banner over here just for people to know. Yeah, for IPL. Yeah. Also, Dipanshu, could you answer for that question, please, that I asked? Yeah, about
Yeah,
Nokia and
Pawan, Andrik Norkia is brilliant in UAE leg in the IPL also. But the in Indian surfaces he was not doing in the first leg of IPL that good. And he I think he is the best pace attack from the South Africa bowling lineup in this tournament. Uh,
yeah.
he's taking the wicket from the power play and he's doing the good job for South Africa.
Yeah, and about Rabada being expensive today, I think Pathum Nissanka targeted that 1 over, and that was very crucial for Sri Lanka to get that 140 at least. Thoughts on Rabada's recent form has actually been a bit of a concern, right? And Noike might be taking over as the leading fast bowler. We don't underestimate Rabada because any day he can. Pick up wickets and he could be decisive for South Africa. But today, did he have off day, Dipanshu? Obviously we know that he had an off day, but
The
bit concern on
the
his form.
the problem with Rabada is that if he the player hit a six to Rabada, then
Hmm.
then he get under pressure. Then lot of runs scored against Rabada. But the Andre Norke back his skills don't get panic, but the Rabada get panic and the whole stat for Rabada get disturbed. So I think if it is just a matter of game, Rabada will come harder in the next innings.
Well, let's go through the second innings right now. I think Sri Lanka were in the game when Chamira picked up those 2 wickets very early. 26 for 2, and I think Sri Lanka were in the game until Killer Miller comes and that over. I
Killed the
think of
game.
I think it was if I'm not mistaken, it was Tamira's over. I think Kagiso Rabada hit a six. I think that shifted the momentum towards South Africa when they were 19 of 7. I'm not, 19 of 8 if I'm not mistaken. So Aryan, thoughts on the shift in momentum in that 19th and 20th over from both Chamir and Kumar especially.
Mm, I think Chamira did well. He left enough for Kumar. I won't blame Chamira. It was just that one ball where he missed his Yorker and went for six down the ground. Also, guys, that was a very good shot by Rabada. You don't expect
Yeah,
Rabada to be lofting a bowler bowling at 150 straight
yeah,
over his head.
yeah.
But I actually did a very good analysis on my channel just for the final over. I was thinking Chamika Karunaratne, Dasun Shanaka, Lahir
Yeah.
Kumara. Who would Miller want to be facing? You know,
For me, I
and
would pick Chamika because
obviously,
of his variations and length with his slow balls. We
and
saw that
and mhm.
in
people
the
are
power
saying
play also against Australia. Yeah.
sack Mickey Arthur, sack this, sack that.
No,
What
I don't
could a
think
coach
so.
do? Sitting
Coach
out when
can't
the
do anything. That
captain,
is not the
yeah,
coach's fault.
hmm, hmm,
That's the captain's decision, and Kumara not executing the plan in the last
hmm,
over. Mainly the
hmm,
bowler should be blamed more than the captain actually, because Kumara had a decent 3 overs. Today, and he
hmm,
just was very poor in that last over and
hmm,
cost us the game. And he just went for pace. And obviously,
hmm,
we know how Miller likes pace a lot with and how he connects with the bat, especially we know he's the killer Miller, obviously. And actually, Kumara should have attempted wide Yorkers because the strike rate of batsmen is lower when they
hmm.
bowl wide Yorkers compared to Yorkers towards the stump. And that was the mistake that Kumara did in that last over.
Hmm.
If I'm saying it right
Hmm.
now.
True, true, very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Nitish thoughts on Lahiru Kumara's bowling in that last over. Simply poor, just bowling good length, full length, and easily this it was easy for Miller to smash those sixes. So thoughts on Lahiru Kumara's execution towards the end. I mean the last over.
I think he didn't apply the brains on this kind of track. I think he bowled his normal deliveries 140 kph, 145 kph, and if you know that the your opposition is batting and they need this kind of speed, but they who is
Yes,
he?
very valid point
Kumara
here from
has
Mahit. Sorry to
no
disturb
no.
you for a second. Mahit here says, my friend
Okay,
here,
okay,
Kumara is
continue.
such a good yorker and he was bowling length balls on leg stump instead of bowling wide yorkers. Yes, I that's what I was trying to mention right now because the strike rate of batsmen in Saja, when they bowl accurate yorkers towards the leg stump, as you say, I think it was 140 plus strike rate. And when if fast bowlers were bowling yeah, wide yorkers, the strike rate of batsmen was just 110 10 plus their strike rate. So yeah, there was a decrease in the strike rate
Hmm.
if they bowled wide yoga. So valid point over there from Mahit over there. Yeah. Ditish, you can continue. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
See,
Okay, okay.
can I ask you question,
Yeah,
all of
sure,
you?
sure. Yeah.
Haris Rauf is playing for Pakistan from how many years? Haris Rauf
I have to
From
search
2 3 years.
from that. I think Dipanshu, if you know, yeah.
and
I
Lahiru Kumara is playing for Sri Lanka for how many
Hmm.
years?
Lahiru Kumar,
Like
I think
More
four
than
years.
that.
5 6 years.
4 years.
And
5 6 years.
is still see, this is the situation a bowler need to become a hero of the nation. But
Mm,
still he hasn't delivered. And so I think Lahiru Kumara is a good bowler, but I don't think he will. I think Sri Lanka need to find one quick pacer, a good pacer, and one proper spinner. Mahesh Tikshna is also has not
yeah.
done well
Yeah,
in
we'll
this
talk about
tournament.
Mahesh Tikshne in a second. Aryan, I want you to answer this question from Venuja. He's saying he missed his lens, but he's not a designated death bowler. Do you agree to this comment over here?
Lahiru Kumara, designated death bowler. I think somewhat I would agree with him because Lahiru Kumara likes to go on pace and he's a very fiery character, and we have to look at the character of a player also when he's in a pressure situation. And
Mm,
we saw how he threw the ball at Wonder and he likes to get fired up. You need someone who is very calm and
mm,
composed at the death,
yes.
and you need someone to, like Nitish said, apply his brains. What would a bowler with brains do? He would change his pace. He would bang the ball short. He would take pace off and not give the batsman any pace. And Kumara, I think he's a learning process. But for me, what you do is use Kumara in the middle. He will be
Mm,
very effective, especially in
mm.
Sharjah, because we saw um, Lockie Ferguson be successful for KKR, Norkia for South Africa, and Mahit says you can't blame
Yeah,
what.
you can't blame Dasun as well because if it had gone well, people would have praised him, choosing him because he bowled well the whole day. And if Chamika got hammered, still Dasun would have got blamed. Yeah, I mean it's a risky point, but I would say even Shanaka would have bowled his final. I mean the final over because I mean both Chamika and
No, I think apart from Chamika, I don't think that Sanka would have also got I think hammered by Miller
yes,
if
but the
Shanka
thing is
would have bowled that
Chamika can
over.
bowl.
I think
Chamika
the
can.
best option was Chamika Karunaratne. Chamika Karunaratne was only the
Yes,
best option.
yes, because he can bowl at fast speeds and he can vary his lengths also and his speeds also. He can bowl at around 120,
No,
150,
no.
160
See,
kilometers.
these kind of stuff is a different thing, secondary thing. The first, he is a very thinking bowler. He wants to do everything for the team. That's the first point. I don't
Yeah,
think. See, Lahiru Kumara has no. I think his face was showing that okay, two sixes. Nevertheless, we are very inexperienced side. We are new team. We have fight it out. So what? We are going to do it after 5 years. See, these kind of thing is not going to do it for any team. I
I
think
think the
Pakistan.
tactics,
See the
yeah, the
Pakistan,
tactics.
Namibia, Scotland. See these kind of teams. They always want to do well and progress further.
I don't think you can talk about Scotland and Namibia. I mean, right now in the main
So what?
stages.
See, Sri Lanka also lies in that category. Let me tell
Okay,
you,
okay.
because
Just
they.
I want to ask
Okay, okay. I
Dipanshu a
don't
question
want
over
to
here. Yeah,
any say anything.
yeah. Dipanshu, talking about Chamika, do you think he was the suitable bowler for, in your opinion, to bowl that final over because of his attitude, his aggression, his commitment towards that the team and defending 15? Do you think he was the ideal choice? Obviously, I mean, right now the match is over. Instead of the captain itself, Dasun Shanaka.
Earlier, Pavan, in your channel, I thought Laru Kumara would be a good choice, but now I'm thinking Chamika would be the good choice because uh, South Africa are known for the fast. They play good fast bowling attack, and Laru Kumara was bowling fast, and Laru Kumara was bowling to the Miller slot. He was all
Hmm.
bowling to
Very true.
all the leg side, bowling to wicket to wicket to Miller. He was
Hmm.
not bowling wide Yorker. I think Chamika could be the good choice for Sri Lanka if they go on.
Yeah, very true. And Aryan, I want to talk about Mahish Theekshana. He was supposed to be the mystery spinner. He's not taking wickets so far. I mean, today Chanaka did as we thought, bringing Theekshana in the only bowling Theekshana only 1 over in the power play and bowling his three other overs after the power play,
Hmm.
and still he's not getting wickets for Sri Lanka and being the mystery spinner. So this is a big concern right now for Sri Lanka when Thikshan is also not picking up wickets and only Hasaranga
Hmm.
being the lone warrior for Sri Lanka right now.
But I think Tikshana is very young into this T20 World Cup, and I think I won't really blame him. But he's economical at least. Even if he's not picking the wickets, he's providing some sort of support to Hasaranga that you keep picking wickets. I won't go for more than say 8 or 7 and over, and that is
Yeah,
still I think decent work. It's not always the wickets column that we should look at. It's bowling in partnerships. I think this is a good one,
yeah.
and yeah.
Menuju says he seems to have lost his rhythm since that injury concern. I think so. He got a side strain in that Netherlands match, and I think he was immediately brought back after that Bangladesh game. So yeah, that could be a factor also. Nitish, you wanted to say some point about Tikshana, right? Yeah, you can go ahead.
See, yes, he is young. I agree with this. But have you come here for the competitive cricket or to make a progress in the semi-final? Because we were hearing a lot from Darshan Shanka, Mickey Arthur, and all that we are not here just for the qualifying round, for the qualifying for the Super 12. But here we are here for the going all the way. Where is all the way now? I think you should change the personal. If the things are not working for you, no, where is DDS being the vice captain of the
No,
team?
come on.
I think
Nitish, don't talk about DDS right now. I think this team is very settled right now. Don't bring DDS to this because I think
see,
this will completely
see,
change
see,
Pavan,
the.
Sri
see.
Lanka bowler
Again,
is very
again.
DDS is not a
See,
selective.
creative player. Yeah, Nitish,
but
continue. Yeah.
see, he could have provided those two or three spin option. There is no third spin option. This is the worry sign. On a Sarja wicket, you need at least one extra spinning option because you are going again for the same. See, pace bowler can only bowl pace delivery only. A lot, 70% of the times they will bowl pacey deliveries. Some variations required. I think
Yeah, with the form that
they have
Avishka
not
Fernando is
played
in,
well
most
after
probably
Bangladesh.
this should come back.
Bangladesh, see Pavan, thanks to Little Das that he dropped those two catches. Otherwise, it would have been 3-0 in the Super 12.
Yeah. But David Miller, by the way, he doesn't perform well in the IPL as always and comes up with 23 of 13, two sixes,
Hmm.
strike rate 175. Obviously, Killer Miller, no one expected this sort of blitz from Miller. We know that he performs like this
No, I
often in
expected it.
not being
I fully expected it because David Miller, IPL performances, comparing them to international stage. I know IPL is the closest thing people say to
Yeah.
international cricket.
Yeah.
I always believe as a foreign player, you are under double the pressure in the IPL. You have to
Mm.
perform consistently in the fear of losing a spot. No, none of those factors matter when you're playing for your country. You are
Mm.
designated a role and you
Yeah.
perform that to a perfection. Asif Ali does that for Pakistan. He's done that. Now David Miller has finished off a game for South Africa. So again, teams like South Africa, teams like Pakistan, even England, they have got people set in designated roles, and they are getting the results for that. And
Very true over
Miller,
here from Menuja. Sri Lanka brings players back into form, so expected David Miller's knock, especially after David Bonner's return to form as well. Yeah, that is
see,
a true statement
this
over there
this
from
was
Menuja.
if Nitish must know. Uh, there was a time when we said India always bring the players back to form who are out of form. There was a time I remember, around a
Yes,
month
true,
ago.
true. He is saying correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
and
time.
in the and nowadays Pakistan also brings some players back into form. I'm
Hmm,
not talking about especially this competition, but
hmm,
before series wise, I'm talking.
hmm.
Yeah. Let's
Let's
talk about the
let's
big game now.
no
Let's
no
talk
no.
about tomorrow's game now. India
let's
versus New Zealand.
let's
I
not
think.
talk about it. Let's not talk about it because it's a quarterfinal. Simple.
See, I'm
It's a quarterfinal.
if you ask me, see if you ask me, Aryan, if you ask me the way the things are going nowadays in the
Hmm,
World Cup, I am pretty scared because see
hmm,
if New Zealand wins the toss, then again New Zealand is going to chase second,
hmm.
and that will be
See,
problematic. I think
I
India
will throw.
has to prepare for the
Hmm.
bowling second,
No,
has
no,
to
no.
prepare for the bowling second.
I will go with a contradictory statement. New Zealand are the favorites going into tomorrow's
Mm,
game. There are very
yes,
very clear reasons for that. They
I agree.
have
I agree with that.
the
Yeah.
available resources, more available resources than India. They are covered in most of the aspects. What do India have? They don't have
Hmm.
the sixth bowling option. I mean the fifth or sixth, whatever bowling option. Virat Kohli is saying, "I can chip in as the sixth bowling option." Fifth. What does that mean? You're so short on bowling that five bowlers go for runs and then you are shell shocked. India looked helpless. That is the word for me.
Yeah,
Helpless
yeah.
against
Correct,
Pakistan.
correct.
They did not have an option where to go. And see, all of that comes down to Jasprit Bumrah, man. Bhuvneshwar out of form. Shami had an off day. He kind of blows hot and cold in T20s. When he has a
Mm,
very good day, he has a very good day. So in
yeah.
the end, whole of and the spinners, what are they doing? Bowling in the second innings. Chakravarti not gripping the ball. Jadeja is a container. He's not a wicket taker
Mm,
for me in limited overs. And Bumrah is your best bowler, and you don't give him the ball in the opening six.
mm,
Virat Kohli looked helpless, and I'm very scared because this batting lineup also is very dependent on the top three. If the top
yeah.
three fail again, I don't see this batting lineup recovering from,
And
uh, you know,
Aryan also, would you bring in Ishan Kishan instead of Adi Pandey? If he can't bowl,
See,
would they
that
go
is
with
the
extra
Hardik
flexibility
the
Pandya is
or
truth
playing for
is,
me tomorrow.
Pawan, the things that should
Adipansu? Yeah,
happen will
yeah.
not happen. This should happen. This needs to happen. Bhuvneshwar needs to go out. Shardul Thakur needs to come in. Ishan Kishan is being wasted on the bench. Hardik Pandya not bowling. I don't know what he's doing. Teams have
Mm,
figured him out. Keep mid off him. Keep mid on in. Keep a third man out. Bowl into his body. He's then done pretty much. Bowl a short pitch bowling to him, and I'm just saying the truth, not
mm,
because I hate
yes.
India or anything. It is the
Mm,
truth, and we as Indian fans are concerned about it.
Hmm.
If if
Correct.
If
Yes.
India win, if India win tomorrow, then only I see, because Afghanistan are playing Namibia, guys. Afghanistan play Namibia in the afternoon.
yeah.
They will win pretty good, I think, and that will give their run rate, which is already good, a huge boost. So India needs to win. India needs to win comprehensively. India needs to take care of the run rate. So I mean,
Mm,
tomorrow's game is a crunch one. Yeah.
yeah. Dipanshu, thoughts?
See,
What changes will you make from the playing 11? Nitish, wait for a while. Dipanshu, what changes will you make for tomorrow's match? Considering New Zealand are favorites and they have beaten India always in the 2020 World Cup matches. So, any changes you're going to make tomorrow for India?
I would make two changes. I will drop Bhuvneshwar Kumar and bring Ravichandran Ashwin. And in place of Sky, I will bring Ishan Kishan.
Okay, bold statements over there. Nitish, thoughts on this Indian team tomorrow, and what do you expect from India against this mighty New Zealand team? Because this is do or die battle, I think, between both these teams. So, Nitish, thoughts on India form going ahead
In
for tomorrow's
India
match?
has to prepare for the bowling second because you don't have control over toss. I think
Yeah.
if India bat first, they need to make 20-30 runs plus whatever the total they will make. If they will make in excess of 170, 180, around 170, 180, I think they need to prepare for the bowling second, and they need to bring back Sardul Thakur in place of Varun Chakravarti, because Varun Chakravarti, I don't see him in the pressure situation that he will be economical. There is no doubt about that. But mystery spinner, we have seen what is happening in this tournament to the mystery
Nitish,
spinner.
why not?
What
Why
hap-
not? Why are you sticking with Bhuvneshwar Kumar then? Because his form is a real concern right now.
No, but you can, being experienced guy, you can expect Bhuvneshwar to bowl economical
Hmm.
over and get
Hmm.
you few wickets. Not more. I'm not talking of 4 wickets, 3 wickets, at least 1 or 2 wickets, especially in the initial phase, first 6 overs.
Hmm.
And
And I
But for
think,
Sardul
that,
Thakur will be the key.
yeah,
Aryan, Sardul Thakur को खिलाना पड़ेगा. Sardul
yeah, yeah,
Thakur has to be in the playing 11.
and
yeah,
I want to
For
talk
strongly.
about,
Ashwin,
yeah. Sorry for a second, Rohit
yeah,
Sharma.
one spinner is Jadeja is good. One spinner is good. I think they have to go for that one only.
And
Okay, okay.
Aryan, I think Rohit Sharma's form against left arm seamers is pretty bad. Getting out
Hmm.
from Shine Shah
Hmm.
Afridi also in that
And
previous match
Bolt
was a
has
concern.
said that
Yeah,
he will try and emulate Sahin Shah Afridi, what he did, and I think Rohit. I think he's a experienced player to know what went wrong, how he played that ball, and don't talk about Trent Bolt, man. Don't remind me of
yeah,
that World
yeah,
Cup
yeah.
semi-final.
I agree.
Yeah, just
Mm.
joking, just joking. No, no. New Zealand are a good team. Let's discuss New Zealand actually. I mean,
See,
after
one
that.
thing Aryan has said correctly, that New Zealand have got all the bases covered. This is ground reality. This is true. But
Yeah.
if India somehow manage to get rid of those guys, Trent Bolt and Saudino, first 4 to 5 overs safely, I think India will march along from then onwards.
And also another news is that Adam Milne is back instead of Lockie
Hmm,
Ferguson, who sustained injury. So man, Adam Milne is had a terrific 100.
hmm.
I mean the 100. He's in good form right now. So Adam Milne coming back. Do you Aryan? Do you think he'll straight come back to the playing
Yeah, yeah,
11
yeah.
instead of
Sure.
Lockie Ferguson?
I think Adam Mill, Tim Southey, Trent Bolt, Istodi Mid Santner, and Daryl Mitchell,
Jimmy Neesham,
maybe,
I think. No, Jimmy
and
Neesham.
Jimmy Neesham. Yeah, yeah.
So
So
they
I
have the
think
depth.
New Zealand can afford to really drop one spinner in a ground like Dubai, and they can go with pacers because I think Mitchell and Santner both played right, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong, the
yeah,
last game.
yeah.
So
Yes.
either you drop one of those and keep two spinners, or you drop one spinner and bring an extra pacer. They have so Kyle Jamieson didn't play the last game, so they have so many options to choose from. I think they'll just see the
Hmm.
pitch and then select their 11 accordingly.
Yeah, because
But
it's very
yeah,
tough. And especially I think the weak point I think for New Zealand is that opening pair between Mitchell and
hmm,
Guptill. I think that's
hmm.
where the Indian bowlers, especially if Bumrah and most probably if
I
Sadhu
think
Thakur bowls, yeah, Aryan, yeah,
Conway should open. Simple as that. Devon Conway should open the innings with Martin Guptill. Right left combination. Conway is a very compact batsman. He can easily take advantage of the power play because he has those grounded drives to hit the gap. And Mitchell is a good enough batsman. This was the first time he opened for New Zealand, right? After a
yeah.
hundred and something ridiculous innings. So
Yeah.
I don't know what Mitchell did at the top of the order. So maybe Conway opening with Guttel is the change I want to see for New Zealand. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. And predictions for India versus New Zealand. I don't want to, because this is a do
India.
or die battle
Well,
right now.
well,
I
we
think it's
hope.
very tough. I
See,
mean, we have
I'm
to see
I'm
on the
saying
pitch as
I'm
well.
saying New Zealand. New Zealand will go in as favorites, but I'm just hoping that India break the jinx and win because well,
Yeah.
yeah, after all they have performed. This is a good team in T20 cricket, but again the ground reality is that they have not had the balance since that Hardik Pandya's injury, and one man missing from this squad is Yuzvendra Chahal. You picked Rahul Chahar over him. You didn't even play him, and uh, selectors are gonna get stick for this after the tournament. Just wait
Aryan,
for
do
this
you think
tournament.
Ashwin can play tomorrow for tomorrow's match? Would he
He
be?
could ideally play if India feel like New Zealanders have left-handers, Nisham, Conway. They have quite a few. So better play Ashwin. That gives you the batting. Also, you don't have depth in the batting, and maybe knock for Chakravarti. That is an option. So we'll see.
Hmm.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Hmm. Dipanshu, predictions of India versus New Zealand. What do you expect? If India lose the toss actually, and if New Zealand chooses to field, if that happens, what will be? What's the situation that India will be? What target? I mean, what score should they post if they do bat first? Let's just see if that reality just happens. In case, yeah, if they lose the toss, Dipanshu, yeah.
250. Yeah, I think my only concern is not with the Trent Bolt and Saudi. India have to take Williamson as early as they can because Williamson has a great record against India. He didn't give his wicket easily. I think if they take the wicket of Williamson, India will win this match.
Hmm. And
And
Nitish
New
thoughts
Zealand
on
are the
tomorrow's.
favorites.
Yeah, Nitish thoughts on tomorrow's match, and who are you backing
See,
for tomorrow? India or
everybody is saying New Zealand favorite this time. In India-Pakistan game, India were the favorites, and we were so relaxed that okay, India is on paper is a very strong side, and this time around, being a pressure game, India will win this surely.
Hmm. Yeah, let's just quickly go through 1 or 2 minutes on this Afghanistan versus Namibia. I know it's not going to. I mean, Afghanistan obviously going as
See,
favorites, but
wait.
Come
Just tell
on,
me the
I
venue.
don't
Tell
see.
me the venue where this match is.
I mean, Afghanistan versus Namibia, or
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I think it's
Dubai,
in
I think.
Abu Dhabi tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah, so
Wow.
I think still, I mean, Afghanistan. Just ask one question and the show. What is the margin by which Afghanistan will smash Namibia? And get your predictions and the show.
Okay.
No
Yeah, yeah. Let's
disrespect
just
to
Afghanistan,
Namibia.
surely they are the quality sides. They will
yeah.
definitely do it.
I think they'll definitely convincingly beat Namibia. Afghanistan bat first, I think they'll definitely get a 170, 180 for sure, 180 or 185, and then definitely beat Namibia. I wouldn't say they're going to trash like Scotland. I'd say Namibia is obviously a better team than Scotland for me. But by 60 or 70 runs, that would be the margin of victory for me for
Hmm.
tomorrow.
But
It's
Namibia has just played one match, no?
who?
Yeah.
Namibia
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Let's go
against
through the table
Scotland.
as well. First of all, yeah, more than the match, yeah, we had to go. I think Namibia only played one match, if I'm not
Come
mistaken.
on, go up, go up, go up. The table is up, not down. Standings,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it should be done. Yeah,
standings. Left.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, I think Namibia played one match. Yes, they played one match and one match against Scotland. Yes, so yeah. Dipanshu, tomorrow's result. Let's just quickly end this show live stream. Yeah, what's the margin of victory that Afghanistan will get, and yeah, who's going to win? Yes.
40-50, I think they will win by 40-50 runs. Or
Hmm.
the 6-7 wickets if they
But
bat in
I
second
think
innings.
the table will remain the same, irrespective of India winning or New Zealand winning. Because if it's a very bad day for anyone, I can't say anything. But India and New Zealand is supposed to be a close game, and I don't think there that run rate will be very high. Whoever wins, so I think the table will stay the same. And India and Afghanistan game might decide if India win, and New Zealand Afghanistan game. I think these are the two games which will basically decide the second spot in Group
And I
2.
think after the close game against Pakistan tomorrow, you never can count out Afghanistan once again. Just that one bad over from Karim Janat costed the game for Afghanistan. But I thought
Hmm.
Afghanistan were in that game until that over.
Hmm.
So I think you cannot count out Afghanistan yet, because
No, that's
Switzerland,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
The table will remain the same, irrespective
Hmm.
of India or New Zealand winning. And Afghanistan versus New Zealand, Afghanistan versus India. These are the two games which will decide who finishes number two.
And also Group 1, I think South Africa moved to number 2 and Australia get a negative net
No,
run rate.
no,
So second and third.
this loss has made West Indies happy. This loss, maybe, who knows, made Sri Lanka happy as well, because now Australia have joined them in the negative net run rate.
Hmm.
So,
Right.
yeah,
Hmm.
interesting table.
Yeah, very interesting table, and I think the upcoming matches, Sri Lanka have to beat England and West Indies no matter what to have a chance of qualifying. That's the only way, and I think Bangladesh should help Sri Lanka also by beating Australia. So hope something happens over there, something interesting. Yeah. So thank you so much. We'll take the comments from Samathi also. Bowlers with hat tricks in both ODI and 2020: Brett Lee, Lasit Malinga, Tissara Pereira, and now Wanindu Hasaranga. Yes, I think he's the third bowler to get a hat trick in the 2020 World Cup after Brett Lee and
Curtis Camper, yeah,
Camper.
and Brett
Yeah,
Lee.
Camper earlier. Yeah, and Samathia says India will win tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll just wrap things up. Thank you so much, Aryan and Dipanshu.
Thank
It was a
you.
bit long over here, but yeah, see, we spoke a lot and the preview as well. Yeah. So thank you so much, Aryan and Dipanshu, for coming. Yeah, we just ended things. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. We went a bit too long, but thank you for all the comments. Also, we took all the comments. Long day. I had 4 videos today. Also, a very very long day today, talking about football and cricket. Having a live watch around preview, and this most probably I won't have another video on. Most probably I'll just take the preview of the India versus New Zealand separately in another video tomorrow. That's what I'll do. And Afghanistan versus Namibia as well. Mainly the India versus New Zealand. I'll cut it in a short video and post it again live. Upload it on YouTube. So thank you so much, guys, and see you. Have a safe night. Please subscribe to the sports breakdown. Please click the notification bell. And thank you so much, guys, for coming. Viewing this. And please keep in touch with the sports breakdown as we upload more videos in the future. So till then, see you and have a good night.